Hi everyone, I'm going to continue my series of Grandmaster Miniatures now with Alexei Shirov versus Veselin Topalov, which was played in Wikanzi in 2001. Okay, it started with the Sicilian defense, all normal opening moves, and here Shirov played g4, which is the Perenyi attack, one of the sharpest variations in all of opening theory. As early as move 7 here, white will often commit to sacrificing a piece. And in response to this, Topalov played e5. He could have just played h6 and avoided the most complicated lines, but he didn't do that. And after knight f5, g6, g5, g takes f5, e takes f5, d5 and queen f3, which has become the main line again. It went out of fashion a while back in favor of, after d5, g takes f6, d4, bishop c4, because it was found that after it was fully analysed, black could force a draw from this situation. So in more recent times, queen f3 is the main line again. And after d4 and queenside castling, then it'll be to d7, bishop d2 and queen c7. It's unclear really why Topalov didn't go for d takes c3 and then bishop takes c3, knight g8, queen h5, queen c7, f4. He's 2 pieces up now and he's not under too much pressure. He should be okay. He was probably afraid of Shirov's opening preparation, so he avoided that altogether and played queen c7. Then came g takes f6, d takes c3, bishop takes c3 and queen c6. Another possibility here is knight takes f6, but it's really too risky after discontinuation. Rook he1, e4, rook takes e4, knight takes e4, queen takes e4, f6, bishop takes f6, rook f8 and bishop h4. Black's king is wide open and white should have a decisive attack. So he didn't go for that. He went for queen c6, and then Shirov played queen g3 with the immediate threats, and they have to be dealt with really. So bishop h6 was played, and there is the move queen takes h1 here, which is played by Veselin against Shirov, who used the same opening the year before, and that line went out of fashion because of bishop to g2 and then bishop h6 check, bishop d2, bishop takes d2, king takes d2, and then in that game Veselin played queen takes g2, but even if he takes the rook instead, the outcome is unfavourable to him. That game went on like this, and here incredibly Veselin fell into a basic pin. His knight is pinned here, so he can't recapture. It's amazing to see grandmasters falling into simple tactical liabilities like that, but it happens. So anyway, Topalov didn't go for that. He played bishop h6 instead, and after king b1 there was bishop f4, queen d3 and rook g8. Another variation here is black just castling. Well, in the past black's done alright with this, and after rook g1, king h8, bishop b4, knight c5, it's really an ultra sharp position. But white still retains a small edge despite the material imbalance, so Topalov decided not to go in for that and played rook g8 instead. And then came bishop h3 and king d8, which is really the blunder of the game. Other possibilities here were queen takes f6, but after rook he1 it looks dangerous for black. There's nothing clear cut, but it's unpleasant to say the least. A better continuation after bishop h3 was the simple b6, discontinuing piece development, and after, say for example, rook hg1, rook takes g1, rook takes g1, bishop b7, rook g8 check, knight f8, bishop g2, e4, bishop b4, and bishop h6. White has pressure but no obvious attack, so it should be okay for black. Whereas at this point after bishop b7, rook g8 check. There's also, instead of rook g8 check, is bishop g2, but that can be met with e4, and then bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, rook e1, queen takes c1 check, bishop takes c1, and queenside castling. Black can consolidate here and he should be okay. He's got 3 pieces against the queen and he's fine really, all the threats are gone. But Topalov played king d8, which as I said is a bad blunder. After bishop b4, Black's starting to get into serious trouble. He has to play queen takes f6 here. Other continuations lead to a good position for white, like say for example king c7, then queen b3, e4, queen takes f7, rook d8 and rook h1, and white has 3 pawns and a strong attack for the knight that he sacked. Or instead of queen f6, queen takes f6, it's also e4, but that fails. To queen b3, queen takes f6, rook h1, rook e8 and queen c4. And Black's under serious pressure here. So Topalov wanted to avoid that as well and played queen takes f6. Then Shirov replied queen c4 with the huge threat of rook d6, and there really is no defense to this. Topalov tried rook g5. Other possibilities were b5, but after bishop to a5 check, king e8, queen c7, rook g5, rook hg1, king f8, queen c6, oh sorry, king f8, white would win here easily. Other possibilities are queen c6, but after queen takes f7, black would collapse quickly. There's also a5 after rook g5, a5. Sorry, instead of rook g5 there's a5. But then rook d6 is very strong. Queen g5, f6, a takes b4, rook hd1, king e8, and it's all over. Fritz gives over 6 points of material advantage to white, and he's just in serious trouble here. The threats on d7 are pretty much impossible to meet. If instead, after a takes b4 and rook hd1, there's also queen g1, but bishop takes d7, queen takes d1 check, rook takes d1, bishop takes d7, queen takes f7, and it's all over. So the game continued anyway, with Topalov playing rook g5, but he's screwed here basically. After rook d6, there's queen g7. Is what Topalov tried. It's the best move. It's the only square ready for the queen. But after f6, rook g1 check looks threatening, but after rook g1 there's bishop f1, and Topalov resigned here because there's no defending the mate threats. For example, if he plays rook takes f1, and after rook takes f1, queen g2, there's no way to avoid this mating continuation, which is the same whatever black does. After bishop a5 b6 and bishop takes b6 check, king e8, rook to e6 check, and it's mate in 4. F takes e6, queen takes e6 check, king f8, bishop c5 check, knight takes c5 is the only move, queen to e7 check, king g8, queen e8 mate. And there's no way for black to avoid that. After bishop f1, like if he plays queen g4, then it's the same after rook takes g1. It's the same continuation. And the only other possible move was queen g2, but it's the same again. So a brilliant game from Shirov, who sacked a piece and was well rewarded for taking big risks, and he won a great miniature. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave any comments and thoughts. Thanks very much.